I'm Angelica. My pronouns are she, hers, hers. I live on Canarsie, Munsee, Lenape land. I was born in the island of Boriquen. I am Boricua. I am standing on the shoulders of my ancestors, chanting abolish ICE.
My name is Denaysha. My pronouns are she and her. I'm from the Bronx, New York, the land of the Munsee Lenape. I'm an energy sparked by the light of activism.
My name is Sasha. I was born in Syracuse, New York, the land of the Onondaga. I now live just across this water in East Harlem, land of the Munsee Lenape. I am a bridge between races. I am the embodiment of dreams. We live in a place where there are no right, no wrong, no good or bad. We are all here.
My name is Nia-Selassi. My pronouns are she and her. I'm from the Bronx, New York on Munsee Lenape land. I am a feeling, moving with my heart instead of my mind.
My name is Paul. My pronouns are we, they. I live on Lenape, Munsee, and Canarsie land. We are here. In the turning of wind speak, as memory stutters itself present.
I'm Stacy, descendant of many peoples, including the Blackfeet Nation. I grew up on Pequannock, Tunxus, and Wangunk's land. I live on Canarsie and Munsee Lenape land. I've traveled back in time many, many times to save my younger self from the trauma of abuse. Us survivors have lifted the shroud of shame. Our future children everywhere are safe.
My name is Ashley Pierre-Louis, and my pronouns are she, her. I'm from Miami, Florida, land of the Seminole and Tequesta tribes, and currently living on Nyack land, land of the Munsee, Lenape, and Canarsie tribes. I'm practicing manifestation, presence felt above water, and I'm here now.
My name is Kim. My pronouns are she, her. I grew up on the land of the Massawomack and Wazaze people in West Virginia. Now I live on the lands of the Canarsie and Lenape people in Brooklyn. I am standing in a rhubarb patch, watching the forest grow. You have a safe place to lay your head at night, and we all have a direct line to our ancestors.
I'm Angel. I currently live in the Canarsie Lenape land. I was born in the land of the Kumeyaay people, the original inhabitants of San Diego County in California. We are water that is expanding, that yields, that impacts, and is here to remind that we are recovering our movements. I'm going to share that for our future ancestors.
I am LaBeija. My pronouns are she and her. I am the descendant of the ancient Arawak and Taino tribes by way of South America, and the ancient tribes of West Africa and the Ivory Coast by way of the Atlantic slave trade. I have origins in the islands now known as Puerto Rico and Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda, formerly known as Waladli. I currently reside in Harlem on Munsee, Lenape, and Wapinga land. I'm the miraculous succession of slaves and genocide.
My name is Annie. I live in the East Village of Manahata in Lenapehoking. I was born in Beijing. I am speaking with my lost tongue. The fields are filled with purple and black and green, and all the children have been restored to their families.
My name is Katrina Reid. I use she and they pronouns. Daughter of Caribbean and British immigrants, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, land of the Muskogee Creek Nation. Now I live in Queens, New York, on Canarsie and Lenape land. I am in community. Care is the new currency, and we are all well rested.
On the Lower East Side of Manhattan. I'm from North and West, though. But like far, far, far north and far, 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 far west. I'm a mom. All the prisons are closed. I don't know if you remember back when they were open. All the land is ours again, too. When I first moved here to Lenapehoking ages ago, I was in love. I was in love! I would walk around back when that city was so busy, and I couldn't find peace, though I felt peaceful, and I couldn't find spirit, though I felt spirit. I know now, back when that city was so busy, we were all trying to remember names, places, purpose. I'm glad we know now. And I'm glad you're all here. Especially Moss and Nico. Everybody watching, wherever you are, I hope you're healthy and well. My friend, Nataneh River, they're from here, though they've never lived here. And they wrote something for me to share with you, and I'm gonna read it to you a little bit later when we walk over to the park, but in preparation for that, we have a gift for you. So this that's being handed to you is black flint corn. And I met Nataneh back when they made their first trip here to their homeland, and we were able to be together and harvest some of this corn together. And it was planted in 2019 and 2020 in an effort to call Lenape people back home. So we're giving it to you now so you can protect these seeds over the winter And then in the spring, plant them, sing to them, water them. And then in the fall, when it's ready to harvest, make an offering to the plant. What could you offer to the plant? You can grind these kernels into a really nice blue cornmeal, make a pancake or a muffin. Save a third of the seeds so you can plant them again in 2022. And the rest we're gonna send to Nataneh. And we'll do that through me. We can just coordinate that. And they're gonna make sure that all of their community gets some of these seeds. Their community that is now in Wisconsin and Oklahoma and Canada, where they were removed from here. Because as Lenape people are planning to return home and thinking about returning home, and as some can't yet, it's our job to help. So this is their food and this is their land. I really love being here by this river sea with you. This deep blue, silver gray, it pulls light into it, doesn't it? Holds it, the light, turns it. This water stretches out beyond where we can see to the next sea and the next sea and the next, and it's all one sea, right? This water touching the next bit and the next and the next. And what about that far, far, far north, that far, far, far west sea, my great, great, great grandma Kumiak? Did I tell you? My great, great, great grandma Kumiak, she gave birth in a kayak on that sea. I can't imagine giving birth in a kayak, but she did. Her belly, her blood, skin, intestines slipping the surface, the skin of her boat. I've heard that holding boats, small, lightweight boats like kayaks or like shells, the ones crews of rowers row, scull, and sweep. I've heard that holding them steady, those 17-pound shells, those lightweight boats, holding them steady in moving water of light can be vibration from water through boat, through hull to body. A vibratory hum that comes sudden as you move oar and arm, back and body, forward and pull with this not weightless, but much less weight than you, certainly hull of lightweight carbon fiber, or in my great-great-great-grandma Kumiak's case, not lightweight carbon fiber, but skin and intestine and wood. So much less weight between you and the water than either you or the water. So this hum, this forward and pull, my great-great-great-grandma's arm, back, belly, body, pulling her, sweeping her, sculling her away from an island toward a mainland. I've heard that this hum comes from nowhere. It appears, more or less. And that reaching for it, grasping it, once it comes, means it goes straight away. And the hum itself, well, I have not kayaked myself across the Bering Sea, leaving my island for a mainland, but I have lay on my back and I have stood in that sea, and I have run and I have pushed my own spirit through form, through my own body, as if to imagine what that hum might be.
And maybe the water beneath my great-great-great-grandma Kumiak, or maybe the deep blue, silver, gray light in the eyes and the skin and the fur of the fish and whale, walrus and seal, below the skin and intestine and wood of the hull of the kayak my great-great-great-grandma Kumiak held steady as she moved her daughter through from one world to the next. Maybe it held steady because maybe they helped hold her steady, hold her weight, so much more weight than skin and intestine and wood between them and her.
Maybe they held her kayak, not with their bodies as she moved forward and pull, but maybe they hummed and looked up as she stopped forward and pull and began instead her hum, and her push and her scream in the deep blue silver gray. And maybe this is where the deep blue silver gray light in the eyes of the fish and whale, walrus and seal held her whole steady, looking up so her arms and legs, belly and blood could bring Annan into this world. Maybe the fish and whale, walrus and seal gave more than human hands and words and breath could. As my great-great-grandma Annan moved from her world into this world in a kayak on the sea, with her mom Quimiak held steady in the resounding hum of fish and whale, walrus and seal, deep blue silver gray moving, forward and pull, and seeing only sea.
See my great-great-great-grandma Quimiak pull her daughter forward from one world to this one. See her also pull forward me, my brothers, my nieces, my nephew, my dad, my auntie, my uncle, my cousins, my grandma, little Emil, all my grandma's sisters, her brother, their children, my great-grandma Lena, who loved red geraniums and playing solitaire and chewed snuff and hunted and knitted scarves, all of us with Quimiak on that sea. So much more weight in her kayak than either her or her kayak. See my great-great-great-grandma in the deep blue silver gray. See the vibration from her body to the sea. See the fish and the whale, walrus and seal. See her stop, her forward and pull so she can pull forward everything. Over river, sea, over mountain, sea, over city, sea. I don't know how long it took. We're going to walk together now to the park, and if we can stay as close together as we can with all of this, I'll tell you over there where you can sit down and rest and watch the rest of the performance. And if some of you could take care of these tobacco plants from here through the night, I'll let you know where we're going to plant them. Heavy one. You want to carry that one?
I'm invincible and I'm invisible when I feel like it. No one is hungry. Everyone is cared for. The children are out of cages, and we're all empathetic humans.
Kind of here in this area, right here on the hill, right here. There's another story I'm supposed to tell you right now, but I can't remember the beginning. It makes me think about all the things that have happened in my life that I don't remember. I do remember. Before this was built, I could lay on my back. I could look at the sky, and I could see millions of stars. And I could tell you I loved you just like this. Do you remember back when we were at the river and we gave you the corn seeds? I want you to promise me to plant the corn. And I want you to promise me to close the prisons. And I want you to promise me to return our land. Do you remember your last breath? Not your final breath, though that one's probably good to think about too. Just your last breath, the breath right before the one that you're taking right now. That air.
Ready! Hey! Ready! Hey! Ready! Hey! Hey!
This is what my friend Nataneh wrote for me to read to you. And maybe you could just hold your seeds in your hand while I read it. This is what Nataneh wants you to hear. Lenape existence here is fractured. And as they try to frack in this Lenape Sipu, this Delaware River, they dig their hands into poisoned soil, attempt to drag out and cut our arteries. They have always used blood against blood. Such violence is the breath of morning for Lenapeyok. We look east, smudging with sweet grass smoke. We hope we'll float all the way back home. It does. They say we have abandonment issues from our fathers and our fathers' fathers. But what about our separation from our mother? That genderless matriarch who whispers their whims to us in our sleep. The first time I came home, I ran to the ocean, starving to float, be held by my mama. Chemicals, waste. Let me drown with her, because we are of flesh the same. And sometimes it feels like we'll be safer in the next life anyway, but these silly men can't actually kill my mother. And one day, if they don't stop, she will rise up, swallow them whole. I'll go with them and live with her in new form. I am not scared of what white people call death, only this life. And my mind in layered reality does not mean I do not hold responsibility. Responsibility to put out oil fires and to sing seeds alive. Hope for a black and red return. I ask again and again, why did that white foam wash against these shores? Us Lenapeyok, the roots who call us home. We deserve a place here. As you plant these seeds and prepare a gift for those who have given you more than you can imagine. As you plant these seeds and prepare a gift for those who have given you more than you can imagine, you do the labor of our hands. As you plant these seeds and prepare a gift for those who have given you more than you can imagine, you do the labor of our hands. You shape physically what we do spiritually. Our land is waking up. And you are letting them know that you will learn from the water poured from the sky. You will listen to children. You will collect blessings and share. A surrender as a guest. Humility only the land can teach. I pray you become land-based. I pray you think about this land as much as my bones do. I pray you read about us. I pray you bring my elders home. I pray you take on a responsibility us Lenapeyok can only dream of having. This city built on money and lies, severed heads and enslaved bones, white death, apocalypse, to stand against this city. Sit against this city. Sleep against this city. Speak against this city is to birth life. To be earth, tree, trunk, canoe, in water, kayak, birth in waves. It's to hold steady in an ocean that might fight back any day now. To fight is to surrender to 4 ways of earth, of fire, of water, of sky. And so as you listen to us grandfathers, the old ones who have walked so far away, tears which fall to words, which fall to prayers, which fall to rain, water for tobacco, for corn, and daydreams, where babies sit in 3 sisters' gardens, teething on squash harvest, and mothers no longer have to search for homes here. Clay pressed to cracks to hold all the liquid. Tattoos over scars, smell sweetgrass story, which sings us home. I was standing here the other day practicing all of this for you. After quite a while of standing, I noticed this hawk flying way above. I mean, I think it was a hawk. It was a really big bird. And then I noticed that way above the hawk, there was this silver airplane. And I knew that the plane was thousands feet higher than the hawk, but from where I was standing, my perspective, it just looked like they might collide. So I had to stand here and wait until they passed. And the moment that they did, I had this sudden memory, and I was in two places at once. I was right here with you, and I was on that sea. I was me, and I wasn't me. I was alive, and I wasn't yet born. What is the name for that moment that you see a hawk, and then you see a silver airplane flying, and you feel the ground shift beneath your feet, and you're in two places at once, and you remember the fish and whale, walrus and seal, and you remember the future, and you've planted the seeds, and you can see a million stars. I wish that I could kiss your hands. And your cheeks. And your shoulders. I wish that I could see all of your faces. And I wish that I could remember all of your names. Marcia. Sylvia. Alexandra. Aaliyah. Marion. Vivian Sula. Bella Marie, Yvonne, Tabitha, Jade, Mariella, Anna, Aaliyah, Ashanti, and Bailey, and Nina, Brianna, and Tony, B-Love, Monica, Malaysia, Laylene,
Yeah, that's a great one.
There's another one.
There's some tobacco plants coming out. Someone want to jump in and plant? You guys. Beautiful.
One?
Yeah, that's perfect. Need some steaks, guys? Yep. And the twine should be out here, right?
I have it cutting it.
Plant? Yeah, we need some twine right here to tie that up. You need twine or steak? Okay. Nice job, everybody. Is this another one or no? Yeah, let's get a little piece on this guy. Let's tie him a little bit. You guys need a steak? Yeah. Perfect. And then if we grab some twine. No, you're good. One more plant?
I have the twine. Need a steak?
You got some twine? Yes. PM, everybody.